Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, another month is behind us. January is now in the rearview mirror, and we're still waiting. Waiting for the first drop of accountability to come for Donald Trump for his crimes. And I'm frustrated. And I know I'm not alone. I know you're right there with me. But friends, I'm especially frustrated because the month of January started with Donald Trump endangering the safety of Maine Secretary of State Bellows when Secretary Bellows, following Maine law, disqualified Donald Trump from the state presidential primary ballot. And the month ended with a federal judge instructing the jury in the second Carroll defamation case, instructing the jury to tell no one that they served on that jury. Hide the fact from everyone that you performed this important civic duty. Because if you tell folks you sat on that jury that ruled against Donald Trump, you will be in danger. So here we are, friends. We're still willing to require everybody to alter their behavior except the one who poses the danger, Donald Trump. We continue to sacrifice everybody from a Secretary of State to a juror performing their civic duty, sacrifice their safety to the likes of Donald Trump. So I'm frustrated, but we fight on because justice matters. Friends, here's a short recap of the legal stories for the month that was January 2024. Well, friends, Donald Trump announces to his supporters that he has a new enemy, and the threats start pouring in. How many times are we going to watch this movie, watch this pattern repeat itself before we finally act to put a stop to it? Friends, here's a brief recap of the legal stories for the month that was December 2023. So friends, boy, did Donald Trump just tip his hand in a recent post, making it clear that he knows he's going to be criminally convicted at trial. So friends, taking on the tone and tenor of their client, Donald Trump's lawyers file an over-the-top motion demanding that Judge Tanya Chutkan hold special counsel Jack Smith in contempt. So friends, throughout his presidency, Donald Trump engaged in constitutional vandalism. And he's told us over and over again, he has no intention of stopping. Well, friends, the United States Supreme Court has now said it will decide if the states can stop an insurrectionist from returning to the Oval Office. What could possibly go wrong? So friends, some news just broke about some new insurrectionist behavior by Donald Trump. And this evidence comes from one of Donald Trump's closest advisors. So friends, in a new post, Donald Trump makes yet another desperate, nonsensical assertion that he can't be prosecuted for his democracy-busting January 6th crimes. You know what? Let's run with that. What would the natural extension, the consequences, the implications be if Donald Trump or any president truly could not be prosecuted for trying to steal the U.S. presidency? Well, friends, I attended Donald Trump's appellate court hearing today on his nonsensical claim that a president has absolute immunity from being prosecuted for any and all crimes he commits while in office. And I can tell you, today was a decidedly bad day in court for Donald Trump. So friends, day after day, Donald Trump continues to give aid and comfort to the insurrectionists. But you know what? Jack Smith is keeping book on Donald Trump. You all know what my betting limit is, right? I'm not a high roller. So friends, in the final stages of Donald Trump's civil fraud trial in New York, Trump goes off on Judge Engoron, the very judge who holds Donald Trump's financial fate in his hands. You know, nobody will ever accuse Donald Trump of being a strategic thinker. Well, friends, yet again, another one of Donald Trump's lead lawyers quits. So friends, on this day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we celebrate, but I think we also have to recognize that these remain perilous times for our nation on the fight for racial equality, for basic decency, for fairness. And I think we all recognize that we have a long way to go. So friends, the second E. Jean Carroll versus Donald Trump trial just kicked off in federal court in New York with jury selection. I want to talk about two specific aspects of this trial. One has to do with substance and the other has to do with safety, but both speak volumes regarding who Donald Trump is, what Donald Trump is. So friends, it looks like Donald Trump is about this close to getting ejected, removed, kicked out of his own trial. You know, friends, if Donald Trump is posting something, there's a good chance he's confessing to something. Let's have a look at Donald Trump's most recent, potentially incriminating post. So friends, there has been a lot of wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth over the reported allegation that District Attorney Fani Willis, who's heading up the Georgia State RICO prosecution of Trump and his criminal associates, may be having or may have had a personal relationship with one of the several special counsel that she hired to be part of the Trump prosecution team. Well, friends, we are going to focus on the most important question. Even assuming it to be true, and we don't know yet, but assuming it to be true, is there any legal significance of that to the case against Donald Trump and his 18 RICO co-defendants? And let me not bury the lead. The answer is almost certainly no. So friends, the federal judge who is presiding over the second E. Jean Carroll defamation case against Donald Trump said something to the jurors that I think is really important. He said it during jury selection. It was a particular instruction he gave to the jurors, and it provides some powerful messaging, and it's something, frankly, that we should be saying over and over again, particularly in the run-up to the next presidential election. He said something about exactly who Donald Trump is. So friends, Donald Trump just can't stop. He can't stop incriminating himself. He can't stop damaging his own legal position, and he really can't stop defaming E. Jean Carroll. So friends, the federal appeals court in Washington, D.C. just delivered Donald Trump an important loss, an important defeat. And they delivered that defeat unanimously. So friends, usually becoming a political party's nominee for president is all about winning state primaries. But maybe not this time around. So friends, because we always have to call them as we see them, today, not a great day for justice. Not for equal justice. Not with what happened in a courtroom in New York. Not with what happened in a courtroom here in D.C. Not a great day for justice. So friends, on this, the last day of the E. Jean Carroll trial up in New York, Donald Trump's behavior can best be summed up with 3 words: defamation, disruption, and disrespect. But Donald Trump is about to pay dearly. So Donald Trump loses in court again. Friends, the E. Jean Carroll verdict and Donald Trump's other court losses provide some really important foreshadowing regarding what's about to happen to Donald Trump in his criminal trials. So friends, the longest serving federal judge in Washington, D.C. just issued an opinion calling out the lies of Donald Trump and his allies when they refer to the January 6 defendants as hostages. So friends, there's something that Judge Lewis Kaplan said to the jury right at the very end of the E. Jean Carroll defamation trial that I think we should talk about, because it's actually pretty troubling. So friends, things really have been going from bad to worse for old Rudy Giuliani. Well, friends, it looks like E. Jean Carroll and 2 New York juries may have actually found a way to shut Donald Trump up. Let's talk about that, because justice matters.
It's for sure. Justice matters. Justice matters. Justice matters.